presentation on a scholarly person for my CE 300 class.
A little louder.
And the traits that I think of a scholarly person has, they're knowledgeable, so they know about their field and related fields. They keep up with technology and the advancements in their field. They're motivated. They like to be at the top of their field, and they like to look for advancement opportunities. They're hardworking. They're passionate, so they care about what they're doing. They're persistent. They don't let any challenges slow them down, and they're ethical. So my everyday hero would be Nancy from Access Services. She's one of the main reasons that I'm still in college. She's a great advocate for the students on campus, and she's made classes accessible to me and my service dog. She really looked into how she could make things more accessible for my service dog and I on campus, and really pushed for us to stay in classes. She's also been really great with my daughter and my young family. She's allowed me to bring my daughter into certain meetings, and it's just been great all around. She embraces challenges. She did research on service dogs when I first talked about having one on campus, and she really learned about the Americans with Disabilities Act and how she could accommodate us on campus and make us feel comfortable. And she goes above and beyond. I feel like she doesn't care about me just as a student, but as a person as a whole, which is really, it's going above and beyond what her job description is. So my academic plan would be to obtain a bachelor's degree. My bachelor's degree that I'm doing right now encompasses biology, psychology, and child development. I plan to graduate in December of 2016, so I don't have very long to go, and I'm excited about that. And then my goal is to have a GPA of 3.25 or better. And then after some time off to raise my family, I plan on going back to get another bachelor's degree in nursing and then start working in the medical field. Which brings me to my professional plan, which includes starting a career. I want to get a job which is relevant to the degree that I have. Preferably, I want to work in pediatrics or labor and delivery. I'd like to work at a respectable hospital or clinic that their values and mission statement aligns with my own. And then some aspects of social justice that I might encounter in my field would include, first I'd like to talk about what my definition of social justice is. And I think it's a rights to equal opportunities and to be treated equally, regardless of what people's circumstances are. And some challenges that I might face with social justice in the medical field include working with a diverse population. So this includes things as different races, ages, and disabilities. And then there's a lack of social justice, which can lead to an overrepresentation of certain populations in the medical field. And you see this a lot with, especially, like you see a lot of older people as they get older, they need a lot more medical care. And then age and disability. And then I'd like to be really mindful of this as I move into my career so that I can best serve the populations. And then some effects of education on people. It affects them in different ways. So first we're going to talk about how it affects people socially. With education, you get to meet new people. You learn how to be an effective communicator. You're part of multiple different networks, and you're better able to support your family, although you may have less time with your family. And then financially, education helps you get a higher paying job. You have more assets and more opportunities. And then professionally, you also have more opportunities, and there's room for growth with more education. And then I have to talk about two different stories from our textbook, which is called Luck is No Accident. And the first story really kind of connects to my life personally because of what I've been through. And this story was entitled The Worst Moment in My Life. It talks about a girl named Alina as she was at graduate school in Italy. She wanted to be a foreign affairs producer and work in the television industry. She ended up being in a bad accident in Italy and then was hospitalized and underwent some surgeries and things. At the hospital, she met a Bosnian soldier, and she realized that this person had gone through a lot more than she had and was still positive and courageous and ready to move forward, and it really helped her give her hope and courage. And then she actually set out on a different career path and now produces films to help the refugees. So she works with like the American Red Cross and helps to bring attention to the refugees and really help them. And then the other story that I also connected with personally was it was called Talking with a Gorilla, and this woman's dream job was to work in the field of ape sign language, which is a really, really specific field, and she got all the qualifications necessary, which included taking courses in primatology and in different animal sciences. And then once she got the job, and she ended up actually really hating it. And it wasn't necessarily due to the actual work, it was due to the atmosphere and the dysfunctional work environment. And so then she ended up trying out several other careers and ended up not liking any of them. And then she ended up meeting with a career counselor, and he told her that it was okay to make mistakes, and it's actually good to make mistakes because you learn from your mistakes. And so she took that and kind of ran with it, and then she ended up finding a job that she loved, and she's no longer afraid to make mistakes, and she has learned from a lot of her mistakes. So that is her presentation.
Ooh, good job, Megan. You could do it.